Peace and love, you fantastic wonders with spiritual love well-being. Nathan here from Spiritual Love Well-being, and yes, you have a spiritual love well-being. And today we're going to be discussing the Greek mythology of the creation of man. Now, after the Olympian god war with the Titans, the Olympian gods win. Zeus becomes supreme overlord and spares the Titan Prometheus and his brother Epimetheus, and rewards them with the task of creating beings that in turn will worship them, and also other beings that in turn they could eat for their enjoyment, as Zeus is bored. So they get to work. Prometheus then realizes most skills are taken by his brother's invention, so he gives these humans who he's invented out of clay, some legends state mud and water, or earth and water, as these legends were told orally and differently from city-state to city-state. Now he falls in love with this invention that he's made, these humans, so he gives them the gift of reasoning, gives them the gift of the image of the gods to be in upright form. Athena is then ordered to blow life into these beings, so giving these beings immediate life, forming them into us human beings. Now, the gods are impressed with these beings, but don't think they're going to survive throughout the winters. However, they see them with fire. So some gods are impressed with this, are impressed with Prometheus's invention. However, they're also impressed with the animals' life cycle of life and death. However, Zeus is not impressed with the humans' knowledge of fire. Now, another reason these beings were created were also to repopulate the personification of Gaia, the Mother Earth, the Earth. So this is the personification of the Titan goddess, Gaia. Now, Zeus is not impressed with the humans having knowledge of fire, as he feels they won't pray as much to the gods, as they will be more bold and more independent. Now, he then ignores this, but places the term for sacrificial terms. But Prometheus realizes that the gods only eat for enjoyment, where the humans are going to need meat to survive. So he's in charge of the food bowl offerings and tries to trick Zeus with the lesser quality meats. Zeus sees through this, though is admired with the skill that Prometheus used to try trick him. However, takes away the knowledge of fire from humans, but allows them to have the better quality cuts of meat. But then basically says, how are humans going to cook it? Prometheus becomes distraught with this, so he then steals the fire from Mount Olympus and gives it back to the humans. However, he doesn't just teach one or two. He goes to cave, to village, and teaches these humans again the knowledge of fire. Zeus notices the fire and becomes angry with this. So he then makes up a plot. He orders the creation of the first woman, as no women have invented yet, and he orders her to be the most beautiful. Her name is Pandora. He has Apollo teach her the art of music and the art of the silver tongue. The goddess of lovemaking, Aphrodite, teaches Pandora the art of lovemaking and love, while Athena teaches her the skills of weaving and other women's skills. Now, Prometheus fears that Zeus will be up to something, so he warns his brother not to accept any gifts from the gods. Now, Zeus then creates a box. This box, known as Pandora's box, is filled with all the woes and destruction and chaos humanity does not yet know. So he gives it to Pandora and says, do not open this box in any circumstance. And he sends it to Epimetheus to be a gift. Now, in turn, Epimetheus sees Pandora's beauty and so marveled he immediately takes her as a wife. However, Aphrodite becomes bored, and out of curiosity, she opens the box because she's bored of their marriage. At first she was happy, so out of curiosity kills the cat, she opens the box. All the evils and chaos that we now know, such as sickness, disease and war, is released into the world. The only thing that she's able to stop from getting out of the box is the evil of hope, which is seen evil as hope that you think things are going to get better, but it's not. Or is another state of legend to state that Zeus didn't want complete evil, thus he put hope in the box. So different legends are told orally. Now, however, this was Zeus's plan, to punish Prometheus and the humans, for Prometheus in turn giving humans the forbidden knowledge of fire. Now that Zeus's plan had been fulfilled and humanity and in turn Prometheus were punished for humans having the forbidden knowledge of fire, and for Prometheus for bringing it to them, he then captured Prometheus and brought him before the Council of Gods to decide his punishment. He then offered Prometheus mercy in exchange that he would renounce all humans. Prometheus loved us so much he refused. So, Zeus then ordered him to be eternally punished as he was immortal, and he would have an eagle pluck out his liver every day and he would be chained. Now his liver would grow back overnight, the eagle would return, and in turn would pluck out his liver over and over again. Now, Zeus's plan kind of backfired with the attempt to release evil into the world, as mankind's evil escalated way beyond even his. Now, because mankind no longer sacrificed to the gods, they no longer prayed to them, that this destroyed Zeus. So in his eyes, humans became too bold. Now, they were also sacrificing children, which was the last straw for Zeus. So he summoned a council of gods and planned to eradicate all humans and all life on Earth. So he planned to set it on fire. However, he feared that the fires would reach the home of the gods, and he didn't want the unholy fires of Earth to reach such a holy place. So he decided to flood the Earth instead. However, Prometheus warned his son, Deucalion, and his wife to build a giant chest in order to survive this giant flood. Now, in this story, Deucalion and his wife, Priya, they survived in this giant chest, and they landed in Mount Parnassus. Sorry, I'm butchering any names here, by the way. Now, they survived for 9 days and 9 nights. Now, in this story, they survived, they made a sacrifice to Zeus, and then they threw rocks over their shoulders, which in turn formed into humans to repopulate the Earth. So the first generations of humans were born out of wedlock. Now, later on, they would adapt to the story of Noah, and then animals would be mentioned being saved along with his wife and children. Now, I also want to state that in some legends, Prometheus was later saved by Hercules, because Prometheus helped Hercules. Zeus then showed mercy upon Prometheus and spared him and allowed him to have freedom. But in exchange, he had to wear a shackle around his ankle and a ring made out of chains to remind him of his previous misdeeds of helping the humans. So I hope you've enjoyed this short little introduction of Greek mythology. Peace and love, many blessings, connect to one mind and soul. Namaste.